At just 23 years old, Chiara Ferragni was already followed by more than 5 million people. But she wasn't just another pretty girl posting selfies. She was on magazine covers, running her own fashion line, and even became a Harvard case study.
Chiara Ferragni is a one-woman powerhouse of style. She's on the covers of magazines all over the world. Her success earned the attention of Harvard Business School, and she just sat in the front row at 24 Fashion Week shows.
By her late 20s, she was running a business worth over $75 million. But here's the twist. All that glamour came crashing down over the cake. You see, just like many before her, Chiara had found a clever way to scam her fans. So how did she pull off one of the greatest scams Italy has ever seen? This is the insane story of Pandoro Gate. Chiara Ferragni wasn't born famous, but she had all the right ingredients. Born in Cremona, Italy, to a dentist dad and a writer mom, she looked to set for the classic safe route. Study law, graduate, and grab a boring job in some office. But Chiara had other plans. While at university, she linked up with her boyfriend, Riccardo Polozzi. He was in the US, soaking up marketing trends, and came up with a big idea: fashion blogs. Together, they launched a blog with Chiara as the host and called it The Blonde Silhouette. Now, Chiara had the look: blonde hair, blue eyes, tall, slim. She fit the whole Barbie vibe, and the internet ate it up. Within a month, the blog was pulling over 30,000 views every single day. Just 3 months away from graduation, she decided to chase the bag. From here on, things got wild. Invitation to fashion weeks, magazine covers, brand deals. Even Harvard made her a case study. However, unlike most influencers, Chiara had a legit business. She turned her blog into a proper agency worth millions with employees on payroll. Chiara also dropped a shoe line, and pairs started flying off the shelves in the blink of an eye, generating more than $15 million in revenue. Then came the fairy tale: a wedding to Italy's top rapper, Fetus, and a baby right after. She had the perfect life: cars, money, fame. But Chiara was about to make one mistake that would flip her entire empire upside down. It all kicked off in late 2022. An Italian food company called Balocco teamed up with Chiara to push a holiday special Pandoro. For those of you who don't know, a Pandoro is a traditional star-shaped sweetbread covered in sugar. Nothing fancy. The Pandoro Pink Christmas was the one designed by Chiara. Honestly, at first glance, this looked like a cult birthday cake. But Chiara slapped her name on it, gave it a pink box, and suddenly it wasn't just a dessert, it was luxury. One cake went for $9, almost triple of the normal price. They claimed the money raised would be donated to a children's hospital in Turin. In fact, on the label on each Pandoro, it was written,
Chiara Ferragni and Balocco support the Regina Margherita Hospital in Turin,
financing the purchase of a machine that will explore new avenues against cancer. In her own words, she admitted her team pushed to make the donation part of the deal. Her post kept saying, Chiara Ferragni and Balocco support the local hospital. That wording made people think every cake counted. So people rushed in, thinking they were making Christmas sweeter and saving lives. In no time, sales hit $2 million. But here's where the twist comes in. Balocco had already made a huge donation of $50,000 to the hospital months before the cake was put on sale. And for her troubles, Chiara was wired $1 million. Not even a tenth of the sale ever had made it to the kids. However, it turned out not only her fans were interested in this cake. Authorities also had a keen interest, and they soon came knocking on their door. The cake was selling, the money was flowing, and for a minute Chiara looked untouchable. But Italy's antitrust authority wasn't buying the fairy tale. They started digging. Was the cake overpriced? Did the cash really reach the hospital? And they found something suspicious. They had traced funds to her company's accounts and realized realized no deposit had been made to the hospital. It was now clear that Ferragni and Balocco had fooled everyone and pocketed the cash. From here, things went crazy. A month after the launch, Balocco was served a 420,000 euro fine and Chiara €1 million. People lost it. Her so-called Queen of Instagram status cracked overnight. She lost over 200,000 followers in a single day and eventually bled out to close to 1 million. Key clients like Coca-Cola dropped her, and prosecutors piled up complaints against her like parking tickets. Even the government stepped in. Italy's communication authorities made an announcement. Influencers with over 1 million subscribers could get slapped with fines over 600,000 euros if ever there was an ad that wasn't clearly tagged as one. All thanks to Pandoro Gate. And if the scandal wasn't enough, her personal life took a hit too. Following the scandal, Chiara's husband's Instagram profile dropped by almost 1 million followers. TikTok wasn't any better. Suddenly, his account saw 0 new acquisitions. It wouldn't be long until the couple stopped posting all together. Then, by 2024, divorce. Before Pandoro Gate, Chiara was pulling in over $100,000 every single post. She had a Barbie doll in her image and even scored a Netflix documentary with her rapper husband. But now she stepped down as CEO of her own company. Her flagship store in Milan was shut down and promised investors started walking away. Chiara's empire was cracking from all sides. And now, the only thing she had left to do was to defend herself. December 18th, 2023. Chiara pops up on Instagram, almost in tears. She claimed the Pandoro scandal was simply a communication error done in good faith. By the end, she promised to donate 1 million euros to the hospital and swears to never mix business and charity again. Fast forward to today. Chiara Ferragni, the queen of Instagram, is standing trial over a cake. She's facing charges of aggravated fraud. Right now, we're still in pre-trial, so the judge could drop it. But honestly, the damage has already been done. It seems that Pandoro Gate is not her only shady deal to be exposed. In 2021, she teamed up with a candy brand named Dolce Preziosi. They sold horrible looking Easter eggs for, again, triple the price, hitting $1.2 million in sales. And guess where the money should have gone? Yeah, sick kids. I mean, they only wired 63,000 euros to the NGO, while Chiara again took in millions. When the scam surfaced, she and the company had to pay back the full amount to dodge any big news. Honestly, this seemed more like a pattern than anything else. So even though a verdict is still pending, the world watches on to make an informed guess on what it will be. Several other influencers have been using charity to rob their fans, and the FaZe clan certainly did the nastiest job ever. So check out this video right here, and I will see you then. Cheers.